This week we have a lot of heat, and in fact yesterday we had our hottest day officially of the summer so far when we hit 99 degrees late in the afternoon and early evening. That was at the Kenner Airport, so we know we have more heat coming in the next couple of days without a whole lot of change in our rain chance, which is also pretty close to average, and also a little uptick in some tropical activity. We'll get into that in a bit, but no threats here for the next week. Plus, current temperatures as high as 95. You can see the blue skies, the billowing clouds, dew point temperatures factoring those in. It's bringing our feels like temperature for most spots into the 105 to almost 110 range for a lot of spots. Mandeville, I think, running a bit high. Live radar is showing a couple of small storms starting to bubble up. These are pretty tiny, but they do have some lightning and some brief heavy rain around Poplarville, Varnado. One more downpour outside of Delacroix. And also, look at this, just in the past couple of minutes, our radar detecting a downpour right over part of the West Bank and a little shower there over the fringes of New Orleans and New Orleans East. Today I have high temperatures probably close to 96, 97. Also the chance for the scattered downpours. So yes, we've got it all. The heat, the chance for some quick heavy rain, and also we're going to be talking about the tropics in a second. Our planner, pretty standard for an August afternoon. Flare up of showers and a few storms this afternoon. We have high pressure near us nudging slowly to the west, so that's what's delivering both the heat and the chance for rain. This is by 8 p.m. You can see a couple of downpours here and there, maybe still wrapping up, kind of like last night's late evening shower and storm over a big chunk of the North Shore and South Shore. Tomorrow, not quite as much rain around. This is by 5 p.m. You can see maybe not quite as much as what we are expecting this afternoon. Our rain chance about 30% or so for tomorrow. In the tropics, we have Category 4 Hurricane Erin, and this is a storm that's just still churning out here, slowly starting that northward movement. It is expected to curve around and thankfully not directly strike any land areas. You can see it by Friday, maybe becoming a Category 2 storm in that farther northern part of the Atlantic, and then maybe dropping to a Cat 1 by this coming weekend. The greens showing where there is a low, maybe 20 or 30% chance for tropical storm force winds. That's 39 miles per hour or higher. Barely brushing maybe the outer banks of North Carolina with some high wind gusts, also rip currents and high surf along the east coast expected. Bermuda even looking at some sort of chance of some tropical storm force winds, and where it is right now, it's also growing in size, so it's expanding some of those gusty winds to parts of the Bahamas in the next day or two. And we're also going to be looking for it to make that curve all the way through the week, still churning out there as a pretty powerful hurricane, at least for the next couple of days. This is our tropical outlook with our next wave, and I wanted to show you this has a 50% chance of developing. Now, highlighting the potential low pressure centers, so this is way out. We're kind of just looking way out in the forecast here just to give you something to look at. These are Erin's low pressure centers by Saturday. So after a whole week passes, this might be its position. This next disturbance might be somewhere around the Caribbean Sea, or maybe Hispaniola, maybe just north of the Caribbean Sea by this coming weekend. So we have a really long time to track it. But interesting, today the models are kind of getting in a little better consensus in bringing it out to the north somewhere. Now, this latest GFS model, it had it somewhere around here. Just in the past few minutes, this is updated to bring it somewhere near Florida. It's been doing that. The Euro, though, has been pretty consistent with a very Erin-like kind of pattern, with a big high here, maybe another high pressure center building over the southeastern U.S. or eastern Gulf. So that would be a weakness in the high and another trough maybe dropping in here. So there is a chance it could take a really similar kind of path to Erin. That's what the European model has. The GFS keeps the high stronger and kind of keeps it out a bit more westward. So something to track far out into next week. For now, no threats for us in our part of the Gulf Coast. You can see our rain chance going up a little toward the weekend, and hopefully temperatures coming down in response.